Hello guys, I don't usually make content like this very often, but I wanted to make a video based off of this because, this is something that I think is quite interesting that I kind of, just realized, yesterday or, a few days ago. I wanted to share it to some people because some people might not have realized this yet. So, with the recent Tune of the Week thing that Quell has released into the game, Sprout and, bunch of other tunes will end up getting a week based on themselves. Their Twisted will get some new things added to them, some more lore, skins, all that kind of stuff. But there's also, if you actually look at the update board, which I don't think many people do, but I was one of the people that looked at it and realized that there's a new video recording on Sprout's map. It's in the same room as the last one that his map did have, and he didn't have, an actual, dialogue thing when he looked at it, how V did with hers. For some reason, he didn't. I don't know why, but he just didn't. I managed to get a recording of it, so I'll play that in a second. But, in the recording, it's kind of hard to read, but, I believe what I'm guessing is that Sprout is watching a tape of, probably himself and, Cosmo or, some other tunes, and he's gaining info on himself, and Astro walks in, turns off the TV, and they start talking. Sprout starts saying how, he heard about this Cosmo tune, and he wants to meet him, and how he's told by Arthur that he's supposed to be best friends with him. Astro talks about some other random stuff, because he has a lot of knowledge. He was the third tune to be made. Guessing Sprout was probably, the fifth or something. Wait, no, fifth or fourth? I don't know. Yeah, because Dandy was first, then there's Pebble. Or was Astro second? Did it go Dandy, Pebble, Astro, then Sprout? Or was it Dandy, Astro, Pebble, then Sprout? I don't know, but you get what I'm trying to say here. So, anyways, tunes obviously made by Arcor. They're made by Delilah and Arthur, whatever. And what I'm guessing is that the tapes, tunes are shown the tapes. They're supposed to watch the entire show and what they have of the show. Gain info off themselves, and then they're supposed to play that role that they're seeing in the show. Dandy has a big thing for tapes, and I think the reason for this is because he's trying to find a way to be himself again. He lost himself within the path and the events that have happened with the Icor incident, and he's trying to find himself back by trying to look at the tapes, which he collects from the other tunes that the tunes collect to buy stuff from a shop, which he then uses those tapes, watches them, tries to find what he was like in the show and what the tunes liked about him, so then he can get the tunes to like him again. Because if you haven't noticed, the tunes do not like Dandy. Basically none of them, except for Astro a little bit, and Pebble. No one else really likes Dandy anymore, because they all think it's his fault. Which it is, but not entirely. They all think that it is, mainly Delilah, but Delilah, made him do it, but, you get the idea of that. Another example of this going wrong, actually, is between Tisha and Brusha. So, we all know that they had a friendship at some point, but eventually it didn't work out well, and they're not friends anymore. What I think happened is that Brusha went off script, and that's what ruined the friendship between them. There can be some times when tunes that don't like each other can't actually get someone along. Sprout and V, for example. They're supposed to have a, frenemy kind of relationship with each other. But there's some times that they can be slight bit nice to each other. Just a little bit, just a little. So what I'm thinking is that tunes are forced to be the way that they are in the show. They're forced to watch a screen and, tapes and all that of themselves in a show, be told that that's how they're supposed to act, and are expected to be like they are in the show. They aren't just born, how they are from the show. They're, taught, the way that they are. V was probably a bit more easier, considering the fact that, she is a TV, and, she does run off batteries, but she obviously does have iCore within her. Therefore meaning that she isn't fully technology. She has some tune things to her. So this it's a little bit weird for V. Because, yeah, she runs off batteries, but she also has iCore with her. I'm honestly thinking that the iCore is what, like, gets her, like, actually going, and then the batteries are what has her, like, actually, like, on. Like, as, I don't know, like, as a TV or something. Because without the battery, she obviously would, like, pass out or, like, just fall to the ground. Like, as shown with one of the videos that Quell posted. But yeah, she obviously has iCore within her at some point or somewhere. I don't know, because like her twisted and stuff. Like how she, there has to be iCore somewhere in V, but like they could probably program her to be somewhat like she is in the show. So like, there's some things that like kind of like doesn't fit with this theory. I kind of like forgot to show the video of the new thing on Sprouts Map, and I don't feel like editing like all that again, so I'm just gonna play it now. I'm not gonna voice anything or all that. Y'all can just like squint your eyes and try and read what's on the screen. I didn't get that good of a recording of it, but like here you go. Now looking at this, it kind of seems like Arthur and Delilah act as like a father and mother figure to them. Mainly Arthur, he seems more of the nicer one. Delilah just seems like, I don't know. We don't talk about Delilah. I also want to point out that the Twisted still have some memory and like thoughts that are like going on in their head and stuff. Considering the fact that with the recent update, Twisted Sprout looks at like posters and other random drawings, maybe even plushies, I don't know, of himself when he's twisted. He also follows Kaza around, which is obviously supposed to be his best friend. Like, they're still trying to be themselves even after being corrupted by the iCore. They still have thought processes and, like, are trying to still contain themselves and stop themselves from, like, fighting the ones that they care about. They still have some memory of themselves, and they're trying their best to gain it back. Anyways, I'm gonna stop ranting. I'm gonna end the video here. If I have to, I will make more content and stuff like this about Dandy's World and all that. Unlikely, but I might end up making one about what a lot of other people are talking about, and that's of the recent updates and like things that Quell and her like team have been doing to the game, which that being like what are they doing? they kind of made it way more difficult to actually get to high floors, and it's like really affecting a lot of hardcore players, or like just players that like to go to high floors with like really good teams. And a lot of people like really enjoy watching these people. And with the fact that these people don't really like doing it that much anymore because it's way more difficult, is kind of sad because they're ruining their own fan base. So basically, Quill, don't end up like Roblox, and don't like ignore your players. Listen to them and like understand what they're trying to say to you and communicate with you. I'm not gonna go too deep into that since it's not really a topic of this video, but I'd recommend watching some other people that have made rants on this. They have really good evidence. I don't feel like doing all that. I might, but it's unlikely. I probably won't. So I'd recommend going to watch those people and like their rants on this. So I don't know how to make an outro.